Second side, what we want to make sure we move the addition and subtraction symbol, the operation symbol, with the term that's in front of it. So like I was saying before, if we move the 2g, we need to move the minus with the 2. It does not belong to the 5. It does not belong in a frozen position there. It is owned by the 2, just as this addition symbol here is owned by the 9 in front of it. The next note that we need to remember is this is extremely important with subtraction. So let's see how that plays out here. We have a 7g and a minus 2g. So like I said, the minus 2 will shift over. And we have a positive 5t and a positive 9t. So those will become addition problems. So we have 7 minus 2, which is 5. G goes along with it. And 5 plus 5 is? Positive, yep, positive. Now here, again, I've labeled, and Ms. Hoffman's labeled, and you should label too. We've labeled the y's. I have a 10y and a minus 8y. Yes, there's a y there, but remember from the other side, there's an exponent of 2. Y to the 2 is the same thing as y to the 2. It's not like y. It's got a superpower. When we move the 10 and the 8 together, the negative comes along for a ride. When we move the negative 4y squared with the 11y squared back here, they go together. We combine them, and 10 minus 8 is 2y. And negative 4 plus 11 is, it's a positive number, right? Because 11 is bigger than 4. But it gets smaller. It's a 7y squared. Nice job. Let's move on. When we're distributing, that's a fancy term for multiplying or sharing. If I were to bring cookies to class and I distributed 3 to everyone, I would give everyone 3. When we distribute, that means we share. When we share, we multiply. When a number is written next to a letter, like 10y, it really means 10 times y. This means 2 times y. When it's written next to a parenthesis, it also means to multiply. We talked about that a little bit with order of operations. We're going to use that a lot moving forward. So if we look down here at our example, it says 2d. What it says in words is TWO times d, or 3x means 3 times x. When we multiply across parentheses, we must remember to multiply the outside number by each individual part. Let me say that again. When we have a 5 on the outside, we must share it with the 8x and the 2. If I brought my pairs to class, was to share my pairs from my pear tree, and I did not share them with you, and you really liked pairs, you would be upset. So we need to make sure we share the number outside the parenthesis that's touching it with the other classmates that are inside the parenthesis. Ms. Hoffman likes to talk about this in terms of rainbows or football, Hail Mary passes, or maybe dolphin tails. So in order to keep track of what we're doing, we're going to do it one step at a time with a Hail Mary pass or a rainbow. 5 times 8, we write like this, 5.8x, 5 times 8. Then we do the next Hail Mary. We share 5. So I want to go blue. We share 5 with the 2, and that's the same thing as 5 times 2. Now where did this plus come from? It just comes on over. 5 times 8 is 40x. 5 times 2 is 10. we can't put x's with non-x's, so we just end up with 40x plus 10. Let's look at the next one. The rainbows, some people have a tendency to do the rainbows right away. What we want you to do is do one rainbow and then write the multiplication problem over there. My first rainbow, when I wrote 3 times 2y, I did my second rainbow, 3 times 7, and I get 6y plus 21. Next one we're going to make a little harder. If you don't have anything here, I want you to add a plus 2. First step, I'm going to take the negative 4 and multiply it by the 3d. Write it negative 4 times 3d. Then I do my dolphin jump, and I go with green. Negative 4 times 10. And then this 2 goes with those, so I write it right next to it. When I add them together, I get negative 12d and negative 40 plus 2, which ends up with negative 12d minus 38. Have a good day.